There are moments in life when you feel like you're falling endlessly, with no anchor, no way out. For me, it was a stretch of time that felt endless, when everything I once believed in disappeared. My job, my family, even my faith. I didn't cry. I wasn't angry. I was just empty. That night, without knowing why, I opened an old Bible I hadn't touched in a long time. I wasn't searching for anything. I was just letting go. And then, my eyes stopped at a verse. I used to think I had everything. A stable job, a loving wife, a warm home. Every morning, I woke up believing I was in control of my life. But then, everything collapsed. I was laid off after 7 years. My wife left. We didn't argue. We just stopped talking. I began avoiding people. I wouldn't answer phone calls. I ignored messages from friends. I felt useless. No longer valuable. No longer purposeful. That evening, I sat alone on the porch, rain softly falling. I looked up at the sky, but I had nothing left to pray for. I wasn't angry at God. I just wasn't sure He was real anymore. That was the moment I opened the Bible. Not to find answers, but just to feel like I still had something left to hold on to. The next day, I opened it again. Not out of duty. Not because I had to, but because I needed something real. Something that still existed when everything else had fallen away. I started writing a few lines each night. Scattered thoughts, short prayers, and sometimes just silence. I wasn't better yet, but I was starting to be honest with myself. Then one morning, I got up early and took a walk around the neighborhood. I noticed birds singing, a cool breeze, small things I hadn't paid attention to in a long time, and I felt peace. Not the peace of someone who has everything, but the peace of someone held together when there's nothing left. I started reconnecting with people. An old friend called me. A small church nearby welcomed me with a warm smile. Life didn't change overnight, but slowly, step by step, I stopped being afraid. It all began with one Bible verse. A verse that said, God is near, even when I can't feel Him. I'm not saying every wound heals immediately. I'm not promising life will always be easy. But this I know for sure. God does not abandon the broken-hearted. And if you're shattered, if you feel lost, maybe just one Bible verse, one quiet moment, will be the beginning of everything changing. For me, that verse was Psalm 34 verse 18. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted. He saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. What about you? Has there been a verse that ever touched your heart? Share it below, because maybe your testimony will be the light someone else is searching for in their darkest night. Open Book Verse Reflection section. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted. He saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. I read it again, and again, and again. It wasn't just words. It was a whisper, gentle, but unmistakable, as if God was speaking directly to me. I cried, not because of the pain, but because for the first time in a long time, I felt seen.